Hello friends, welcome back to Black Reliquary. So last time we did the kind of introductory dungeon. And all of our heroes are now level 2. Margaret has the Ague, the Argue, the Ague. That seems pretty bad for someone whose primary role is just to do damage. Minus 14% death blow resist is fairly rough, I think. 87% base. Oh, wow. I thought it was like 75. All right. Okay, so, I mean, let's figure out where we want to go next. We have the ferry to recruit new heroes.
Perilous. A small band of fighters will not suffice.
True. Hopefully the audio is a little bit better than it was in the last episode, by the way. For some reason, the gain had been turned down on my mic. Great use of the passive voice. I had turned down the gain on my mic in the very distant past, presumably to talk to friends online, because I have those. But I just didn't turn it back up again, so that explains why it might have been a little bit washed out. Hopefully it's an improvement. Anyway, the ferry allows us to recruit new heroes. Classic. We get a Vestal and a Crusader. That seems perfect. She only has 2 of the 4 Vestal skills. But you know what? This has probably been rebalanced, right? Like everyone complained about the Vestal only having 4 usable skills for the most part: Judgment, Dazzling Light, Divine Grace, Divine Comfort. I love these new tooltips, by the way, that actually show you like what the skill actually hits. So this actually makes it very clear. You can use it from the back 3 ranks, and it will heal everyone. Which we knew, but we didn't necessarily like. Hang on. Oh, right, okay. Love this. We have access to all of these skills already, but we don't necessarily want to assume that they are the same as in vanilla. So, Mace Bash, more damage versus Unholy and Expiated. Great. Judgment is mystical, makes sense. I think everything's tagged with either melee or mystical, except for healing skills. So we can use Judgment during the prep round. That's cool. It expiates the target. Can't remember what that does. Dazzling Light, yeah. Same as the main game, I think, give or take. Divine Grace, Divine Comfort, sure. They each have a cooldown on them, so that makes the Vestal significantly worse from rank 2, I think. Because you can't just use Divine Comfort the whole time. Dazzling Light's still quite strong. Judgment is probably still quite strong. Illumination both bypasses stealth and de-stealths. Gives us a bit of torch, and it actually does more damage in the light, which is interesting. That's really good. That's a nice little mechanic. And Hand of Light is mystical, but it can only be used from the first 2 ranks, and it buffs our other heroes with 10% damage and 4 accuracy. Well, and ourselves, actually, with the exact same buff, which is an odd way to put it. That's cool. I respect that. We'll definitely take you, anyway. Drag hero to roster to recruit. We can't just, like, shift-click. We have a Crusader as well.
Indispensable qualities in these lands.
Oh, the shopping list is gone. Debuffs with minus 20% prot, which I think probably doesn't go below 0, right? Smite, sure. More damage versus Expiated. I'm going to have to look up again what Expiated does. Is that like, there must be a glossary. It's not infocomms, is it? Oh my god, this tells us what all the icons do. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh, so this is the glossary as well. Okay, that's cool. That's really, really good. There's so much new stuff, man. It's fantastic. There's actually some spoilers up here as well, by the looks of it. Okay. Expiated, an effect that heals the opposing team of the expiated unit upon its next attack. Right, yes. The affected unit also takes damage after their next 3 attacks. Unholy enemies take 50% more damage. Pagan heroes take 50% more damage. Religious heroes receive 100% healing upon activation. Each activation of Expiation's healing reduces its effectiveness for the battle. This effect cannot stack. Right, okay, so it's like a religious debuff. There are a lot of weird tits in this game. All right. The art's generally very strong. So this is like a thing that you do when you're religious against unholy things, generally. That's cool. That explains why the Vestal and Crusader are really into it. So I guess if this encourages us to take Huh. Huh. I'll look at that in a second. This encourages us to take a whole team of religious guys, because they all have synergy with each other through expiation. I wonder if expiate comes from, like, ex meaning outside, and then pious? So kind of removing them from the faith? I don't know, I'm just making shit up. Anyway, we have Smite, which is classic. Zealous Accusation is great. Do we have any way to inflict expiation? We probably do, right? Doesn't look like it on the Crusader. I love that they spawn with all of their skills. And that means that we shouldn't really worry too much about what skills we've got, because we should be able to change them in the dungeon, or at least when we know what full team we're taking. So it will include a Vestal. I think I will take Blosbavi just because of his name.
Only holy warriors plague these lands. This man shall show what true devotion is.
Yeah, so we'll definitely upgrade the ferry. This is very, very... I mean, it's very strong in the original. Not too bothered about increasing the size of the roster at the moment. I'm actually kind of more looking to upgrade the Forge and the Guild, or the Training Hall. But I can't do that meaningfully at the moment. We're one short on Valor Marks. I don't really want to swap, because that inflicts... Like, not inflicts a penalty, but... you don't get a great exchange rate, is what I'm trying to say. So I think we'll just head out. So who do we want to take? I'm not that enamored with the Musketeer. She also has the Ague. Oh, yes. Thank you. I had forgotten about this. Facilities in the Amber Workshop generate resources while you're on a quest. Remember to put heroes to work weekly to keep up your resource gain. From there, clicking on the embark button at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so that gives us kind of our loop. So we come back, Stagecoach, Stress Heal, Amber Workshop, embark. For now. And I was also going to look at the kind of the hero info. Hang on, what? So this is a Hellion. Additional information, riposte. Well, she doesn't have anything which gives her riposte. Does she riposte by default? That seems broken, and I think I would have noticed that as well if that was the case. Okay. So it gives all the information on her riposte. She does more damage and more crit on low health targets. Moves her forward 1. Oh, so that just... Oh, right. Oh, so... Okay. So... every class has kind of different mechanics with riposte, which is cool. Presumably she'll be able to get that effect through a buff or a trinket. And these are just her stats for when she ripostes. That's what it looks like. That's cool, and she gets the bonus to low health targets. She can only move forward and only by 1 space. When she crits, she buffs herself with more damage against bleeding targets, which is great. She can't spawn as religious, which makes sense, and she has a base 15% virtue chance. This is sick, man. Man-at-Arms can dance around wherever, because he's a tactician. Kind of very basic melee riposte. Contrasted with Boudica's riposte with like bonus effects to low health targets. And I think this is probably like class-based, right? I can't imagine this being unique to each individual hero. Crit effects buff self minus 33% stress received is very, very strong. Al-Hazred, yeah, this seems class-based. Plus 30% damage versus Eldritch. Can dance around anywhere because, again, kind of a tactician guy. Gets better at healing when he crits. That's awesome. Basic riposte. Movement back 2, forward 1 makes sense. Buff self plus 5% crit on crit is insane. Modes, adaptive ammo. Modes can be switched using change ammo skill. Changing mode is instant and unlimited. Mode persists after combat end. Okay. Do you want to use a skill slot for this? I guess you can just change them between fights anyway. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. I keep saying that, but it keeps being true. So what do we have? Standard, shrapnel, and concussive ammo. And all of these have different effects based on what ammo we've got. This seems not like complex necessarily, but it just gives so many options, which is great. It does kind of bring into sharp focus, though, the fact that tooltips in Darkest Dungeon are kind of impossible to parse at a glance. You have to really read them carefully, which is fine, but I do feel like there's a better way to present this information in the base game as well. Standard shot, minus 20% damage, self-heal for 8, plus 2 per level, so resolve level has more of an impact in this mod. Okay, so why is it... Oh, this is alternate skill information, living ammo. So this is something that we can maybe get like a trinket for, I'm assuming. That gives us like alternate ammo effects. Very cool. I don't think it's worth using my limited brain space on at the moment. Right, where's the Amber Workshop? No, this seems like a trap. Where's the Amber Workshop? What are you? Funeral site. Helm. Berry Forge, Training Hall, Gaspard, Galley, Amber Workshop. There we go. So this heals a little bit of stress. I'm not too worried about stress at the moment. These guys are fine. We don't have any refined amber. No, of course we don't. We do have regular old amber. Let's have a look. And I know I'm taking ages on this, sorry, but let's have a look at what we're actually going to need amber for in the short term. So the ferry is going to be really important. That's our stagecoach. But it looks like that just uses Matach. Forge is going to require... what are you? Salvaged jewelry. At least, yeah, so you only use one thing, actually, by the looks of it. And this is Valor Mark. So this to me is saying... This is telling me that, like, our most important things aren't going to require amber because it wants me to use that amber at the Amber Workshop. Yeah, so the Oddities Dealer is the first thing that requires amber, and the only thing by the looks of it. Okay, so let's just refine some. So the first thing we want to do is refine raw amber into refined amber, then trade refined amber for Lost Tech if we want to, or we can use it for other stuff. And the Amber Den, indulge in the delights of cleansed amber, stress heals 100. Okay. Let's look at who we want to take first, then. Yeah, let's look at who we want to take on the dungeon. On the dungeon. And where we want to go. We've got so many missions available. Oh, damn. And this is a veteran mission, which I'm not ready for yet. Why has some of these got, like, more of a banner? Oh, because it's medium and the other two are short. Oh, makes sense, makes sense. Okay. We can still only go to the catacombs at the moment. And I'm looking forward to facing our first boss at some point in the not-too-distant future. So for the catacombs, I will take Blosbevy. I will take Moyeux. I think I might take Alhazred. I said that in kind of a Welsh accent there. Alhazred. And I might take Barristan as well. This seems super tanky. I'll take Margaret. I'm gonna go a little squishy. No, I won't, because she's got the egg. I'll take Barristan. That seems okay. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, this does seem like a pretty tanky lineup that doesn't do anything. Well, let's find out. Right, so now we know who we're taking. God, I'm so rusty at this. So sort by stress, then sort by level. Yeah. Where's the Amber Workshop? I want to be clicking on it directly, right? Because yeah, it's gains, right? Got to get that APM up. So it only takes one amber, and it's going to heal her a little bit of stress. She is a bit stressed out. My turn on the mill. Margaret is going to be... She's going to be the man who wakes up next to you. There we go. Do we want to remove this malady? Yeah, I think so. I think that's worth 1,000 gold. All right. Let's embark. But first, trinkets. So unequip all trinkets. Right, so what do we want? It looks like these are all like strict upside. So it's just a question of where we want them. And then I'll look at skills as well. So I think the Crusader is going to be doing most of my damage. So I think a little bit more accuracy and speed is going to be huge. I don't mind a bit more crit on the occultist because, well, he's not going to be my main healer. That's all right. Our Vestal, I think I'm actually going to slap some Resolve XP on her. And the reason for that is that when we have a level 3 party, I want a Vestal to be part of it. Alhazred, the occultist, more prot and less crits received, make him a lot tankier. So if protection works the same in this as it does in Darkest Dungeon, and I have no reason to assume it doesn't, it would be kind of a dick move if it didn't, but you know, whatever, it's their game. The amount that you protect for is always rounded up, right? So if you get hit for 2 and you have 5% protection, you'll get hit for 1, which is great. Sure, max HP and healing received, not a problem. Can we, like, taunt with this guy? I've no doubt that Hindering Stone is potentially useful, but not right now. Okay, so now skills. Don't want Holy Lance. Might want Inspiring Cry. That seems reasonable, like Smite, Zealous Accusation, Stunning Blow. Inspiring Cry. Battle Heal heals 6 HP, plus 25% healing done per 25 stress on target. That's cool. Bolster now reduces stress received. We can't taunt necessarily. We can't like mark ourselves. Well, we can actually mark ourselves. But Defender is going to be pretty good as well. I don't think I want Bellow. Unless I do. It's good for the prep round. So is Defender. So that Crush and Rampart. We're very good at hitting the front lines. Not so good at hitting the back lines. And that makes me think maybe I want Retribution. Both for hitting rank 3 and for Riposte. I don't want to drop Crush. But I think I will. I think I'll take Retribution over Crush. Alhazred. I don't know if I liked Amber Blight too much last time. I'm sure it is useful, but I think I'm going to take Demon's Pull just for hitting the back and putting people forward so they can be destroyed by my Man-at-Arms and Occultist, and Crusader rather. And the Vestal is going to have the 4 Vestal skills. Now, you know what? No, we're gonna drop Judgment. Even though Judgment is different now. No, we're not. We're going to keep Judgment because she can't use any of these 3 from the back rank. All right. That's fine. That is all good. All right. We take all the food we can. I'm going to take 3 shovels. Just the 1 stack of torches. Just the 1 stack of torches, actually. I mean, this stuff is all pretty cheap. That isn't cheap, actually. I'm just going to take 1 of those. And a disease kit, I think. Can that actually cure diseases? I would assume so. Okay. Only one way to find out. There are lots of ways to find out. I'm still a little twitchy about the loading screens. But hopefully this is okay. Okay, that looks good. That looks good, right.
These ruins were once teeming with the Kovarot's people. Let us see what they have left behind.
I know there will be a contingent of people who were really pissed off last episode that I kept in so much of that mammoth loading screen, but I thought it was much funnier to keep it in than to leave it out, and I make no apologies. Updated enemy skill display. The display for the enemy skills has been updated, and now in addition to showing more of the skills effects, great, it also includes information about where and on what targets the skills can be used on. Fantastic. In Infocoms, you can see the explanations on meaning for each of the icons. Yes, just like before, a skill needs to be seen to show up on that panel. So we don't know what enemies do sight unseen, but we will figure it out pretty quickly, and the game will help us keep track of that. Fuck it.
Where danger lurks, so too do riches.
What? Oh, I think I hit W by accident. That seems like a me problem. This is a scouting mission, so we don't necessarily need to know if there's a fight ahead of time.
There is labor.
I feel like I might have come across a little bit too hard on the narrator last time. I really don't intend to be. It's just, yeah, it's fun. It genuinely is fantastic. Like, for a free mod, it is beyond belief how good this is. Okay, that's cool. Don't worry about it. It's just different, and when you love the original game so much, different can sometimes be disappointing, even when that's unfair. Okay, torch cannot exceed 50. That's interesting. So I can't just see what this is and be like, oh shit, whatever this is horrendous. I hate it, and then put my torch up. Is that because they're Kvarots? Don't know. Demon's Pull seems... Well, this... Okay, so Demon's Pull is actually affected by the accuracy bonus from the prep round, which seems strange because it's a tactical effect, right? So this is not moving anywhere. This might. It's in the 3rd rank, so I think I need to move it forward. No, that's okay. This seems like... I don't know how much health they have. No, I do. Okay. It's in the same place as always. These things seem pretty scary. All right, let's bellow. 16 speed? Excuse me? So these two are different. Kvarots up here is different from the Kvarots Gargal, which actually makes a lot of sense. They don't look remotely similar. And yeah, this has debuff resist. Oh, so this doesn't actually do any damage anymore. It's going to expiate the target, though. Do we need to kill these? I'm sure we do need to kill them at some point. Let's just make a start. All right. Eternal Vigil seems like a buff. Okay. So it's all kind of rolled into the prep round icon. That's fine. 7 accuracy, 6% crit, 10% prop. That's quite a bit. Ah, you can only move forward 1. What can he use from the 3rd rank? Nothing. We're just going to use him as a stress healer for now. And also a regular healer. Crafter's Awakening? Oh, shit. I'm not 100% sure what that means. Skvardot's Unholy Stonework, not Eldritch. If I move him back 2 and then move the Vestal back 1, that brings my Crusader into rank 2. Let's try that. Let's spend a little bit of time on being a bit tactical. Lots of stress. Okay. Wow, Expiation seems potentially very nice. Right, okay. I want a Retribution. I feel like I need to kill this just because it's just the only guy that looks like it's capable of doing anything, but I think they're all capable of doing anything. Or doing something. Let's stun this. Or we could not. How does it have 14 dodge? It's made of stone. But then it's moving, so presumably it does. Alright, so these are unholy. So I will smite this. It's both unholy and expiated if I hit. 75% chance just kills it immediately. Perfect. Oh, so that debuffs my expiated buffs. More stress received, and even more stress received if religious. Is he religious? I'm not sure. I think he can be. He is religious, okay. I think we still just try and move this forward. Hang on. Are you back from the dead? The fuck? Okay. Need to have a look at what those icons are. Skill interacts with enemy corpse. It's resurrected it? It must have resurrected it. Oh shit. Well, I didn't resurrect it. Summons, yeah, okay. Interacts with enemy course, summons ally monster. Right. You need to die immediately.
Ooh, drives into the ground.
Okay, yep, no, it has 80% move resistance. Yep. Yep. Oh, okay. Okay. We can't even hit the back rank with the Vestal, which is slightly concerning. This is quite tough. We're riposting, lovely. Cadaverine Smog. Are you gonna blight me? It's gonna stress me the fuck out. No, my Crusader is my best damage dealer. I need to start making some headway on killing this stuff. Gosh and golly, would you look at that? These guys are fucked. I'm not good enough for this. Did you just pass your turn? Oh no, that's his stress thing, because he's diffident. Yeah, okay, that's a bit of a shame. It has 80% move resist. I have base 100. This only has a 20% chance. I think Abyssal Artillery might just be the best play here, even though they both have reasonable protection. Yeah. Okay. It's not bad. Excuse me? Oh! Okay. You explode. Good to know. Corpse explosion, always scary. We could bellow again. I think I just need to... is this guy gonna resurrect the corpse again? I don't know. I don't see any better options. Dazzling Light is a stun, obviously. It has 60% stun resist. So these guys only come out in the dark, I'm assuming, which is quite scary. I'm just gonna heal. That's a pretty poor heal, I think. Ugh. Good riposte. Good riposte. Entrapping Reconstitution. Okay, you need to die, though. Woof. How do I have nothing that will hit the back rank? That's such an oversight on my part. I don't know what I was thinking. And yet... Well, what I had was skills to move this guy up to the front, but not enough of them by the looks of it. I think we want a Retribution. Maybe the stun would have been better, but I really value the riposte.
Do not waver. The fight goes on.
Ooh. 18 damage ain't what it used to be, but it's still pretty spicy. It's a bad dodge. Okay. And that pulls him to the front. This is difficult. This is really, really tough. No wonder this, it's giving me this. Right, you need to come this way. It hit at least, did a bit of damage. Oh, it moved it forward. Well, it got rid of the corpse. It didn't actually move it forward. But it has brought it into range just by getting rid of the corpse, so that's huge. We need to kill it now. We need to kill it yesterday.
To handle the suffering, they've come to admire it.
Yep. That is all the same as usual, although I maybe there is some different stuff about the afflictions themselves. Retribution. Need to focus everything on that guy. Yeah, alright, thanks. She'll heal herself then.
Must recover. Wounds and
Yep.
fatigue are mounting.
Yep.
Can one continue at this rate?
I really like to avoid becoming stressed out. Or becoming afflicted. Entrapping recon. Yeah, I know, dude. I fucking know. Alright. We're on round 7. On the first fight, 135 stress. Good crit. Fine. I've got nothing. I've just got nothing I can do. I was really banked on being able to move that bat guy forward. Can we hit for 3 and get a crit?
Devastation.
Yeah. And the front rank is going to explode in a minute as well. Varrot's Challenger. Exciting. Plus 15% damage versus Varrot's minus 15% stress received if any enemy is Varrot's. That's pretty strong. That's going to make things a bit easier. Yep. So now we just need to kill this guy. Okay. It's not ideal. I need to camp now. I need to camp yesterday. That is crazy hard. But we got a bunch of shit for it, so that's pretty good. We've got the Sun Crown, Virtue Chance, and Virtue Chance when it's bright, and more stress when it's dark. Okay. Plus 35% Virtue Chance. Wow, what's his baseline Virtue Chance? Does it say? I don't think it says. Are we meant to know? We should. Oh yeah, Virtue Chance base 15%. So that brings it up to. What does that bring it up to 50, or does that bring it up to like 19? All right. Well, we're going to be resting here, which is going to bring the torch back up. So I think you really need to be virtuous, Moyo. If you're going to get stressed out, and you are, you're going to need to be virtuous for me, buddy. Charts and correspondence left behind by the Levantine. It's not how you spell correspondence, but that's okay. Levantine battle strategies are learned. Catacombs Tactician, sorry. Less chance of party surprised in catacombs. Interacting with traps and obstacles in the catacombs successfully gives buffs. That's quite nice. Let's camp.
Recover. Prepare. Come dawn, we march.
Okay. Stress is paramount here. Well, preventing the nighttime ambush is actually probably the most important thing. I think we soak the extra 1 time cost here to prevent the horror. That might actually be worth doing. Instruction, though? I think on Al Hazred. Yeah, we're going to go Encourage, we're going to go Pep Talk. We don't have any 1 cost camping skills. No, that's okay. Right, brilliant. Cool. This is great.
We follow the ever-guiding light.
Alright. Well then, let's make sure we keep the torch up from now on. We have learned something today. I love learning. Every day is a fucking school day. Yep.
Be more careful.
Motherfucker? What did you just say to me? Yeah, understood. Okay, alright, lovely. Keeping a real close eye on these guys' stress. Nothing here. Good. Like, Darkest Dungeon is like a really famously difficult game, but I don't think it's as difficult as it gets credit for. Once you learn what is expected of you, and if you actually pay attention to what the game is telling you, generally, you're probably going to be okay. But these modders have gone out of their way to make the game significantly more challenging, which is great. That's obviously deliberate. And it's made for people who already love the game, so makes a lot of sense that they would already be familiar with the base game and need a more difficult experience. It's just that the human capacity for masochism is just really something, you know?
More than our enemies will attempt to impede us.
What do I need to use here? What makes sense? A shovel, for the same reason you would use them on the barnacles in the cove. Bandages to protect your hands, maybe? This kind of guess what the dev is thinking is a bit strange as well. I mean, that's native to the base game as well. You have to use bandages on the rack of knives to make sure that you protect your hands while searching. It's like, all right, that's something you thought of, but that doesn't mean it's the only thing that makes sense. I'm not going to look it up. Seems like it takes all the fun out of it. I also don't want to use my last shovel. Bandages?
Our cause is righteous, but requires funds.
Okay. I guess I guessed what the devs were thinking. Successfully. I guess what number they were thinking of. Right. No. Great. Do you want to pull this guy to the front? I don't know what the Firewalker can do from the back, but I also can't hit it at the back, so I think maybe I just need to fuck it up. I need to fuck up its day, maybe? How do I do that? Abyssal Artillery? Sure. Bit of protection on these guys, not too much. Yeah, that is the protection round. Not protection round, what am I trying to say? The, preparation round.
This day is far
So I probably shouldn't have done that, but it went okay. Repressurize. Okay, you're loading your gun. Plus 10 accuracy, plus 20% move resist. Okay. I'm just looking at that icon for the enemy targets. It sort of looks like a bug, but I suspect it's not. Right. I could Stunning Blow. Has 65% stun resist. I have a 35% chance of stunning it. We could Expiate it. That seems good. Let's Expiate this. Formations. That's a buff? That's a buff. We're guarding. Yeah, so these guys need to be moved around, really. Yeah, that's not like super smart on my part. That's okay. Can rampart and try and push it back. Has 50% move resist. It stunned it. That's actually not the most important thing, I think. Horror. Oof. Oh no. We're gonna need a virtue coming out like yesterday. Been saying that a lot today, but it's relevant every time. Cool. Can we stun you? Possibly. 35. All right. Okay, nice, good. Perfect. These are not Eldritch. That's pretty good, isn't it? That seems quite nice. That's fine. You sit back, sip from your hip flask, man. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. Obviously not going to be able to stun that. Might move it, but that's not worth too much here, I don't think. Do I want to guard my ally? I feel like I might be prevented from doing that. No, masochistic? I thought he was selfish. Okay. In that case, retribution makes sense. And so does defender. Right, what does that do again? Hey!
Succumb to that creeping darkness.
Shit, he's at no stress now? I thought in the base game it just kind of reduced your stress by a small amount. Maybe I'm mistaken. Damn! That's pretty nice. Does it tell me what Courageous does specifically? I don't think so. Just says Courageous, alright. Oh, so I'm just looking at that targets thing again. So I think that's saying, because it's a large creature, it takes up 2 spaces, and it can use it from essentially any position, and it just buffs itself. Yeah, 'cause it's like the front 2, the middle 2, or the back 2. I think is what it's trying to tell me. It's not the clearest symbol, but it does make some sense. We're just going brute force now. Oh, big stretch. Right, so my Crusader is going to get stressed out. Let's try and heal him. Hopefully we get a crit and that de-stresses him. Nope. Okay. Oh, it cures the horror. Oh, it does literally say that. Oh, I'm so fucking smart, dude. You wouldn't believe how smart I am. That's a joke. Just kind of keeping him on the right side of sanity. Temporarily gorgeous. Gorgeous. We stun this? Not really, no. Be great if it worked. It's not going to work. I'm going to defend my Vestal. And the reason for that is I don't want it to get targeted with any stress increasing anything. Whatevs. Yeah, so I was right. That makes sense. Just again, looking at the targets icon, it actually does make a lot of sense. I'm starting to get it. Oh, Horrific Blaze, that's like a strike through on the riposte. That ignores riposte. Good to know. Right, I can stand here and stress heal all I like, but I need to do some damage at some point. Possibly I could stun it. Nope. Oh, it did. Awesome. That's really good. Wow. Also, the stun resist from being stunned actually lasts the entire fight. That's a great mechanic. Let's expiate it. It seems relevant, doesn't it? Obviously can't stun it.
The darkness will not impede us. We are the flame.
In many ways, we actually are the flame. He's not right. He's not wrong, sorry. Need to kill it. We'll let XP8 go off, though. That seems good. That seems like a mistake, doesn't it? Sure.
Care for one another.
Pressure malfunction. That might be... Is that good? I think this thing needs to fucking die. Oh no!
Stand your ground.
Ariston! Hun! Yikes! Goodbye. Catastrophic eruption. It just exploded. Yep. Yep.
The task is too daunting for this one.
This is pretty scary. That's pretty fucking sketchy. We got scouting there. Okay. There's a vendor up here and no more fights as far as I'm aware. How do I can't... oh, okay. Right click to move the map. Sorry, yeah, okay. What are you? Electrum scraps. Archaeology kit. Yes, okay.
Owner will not mind.
So who am I doing most of my stunning with, apart from the man-at-arms who's definitely going to die? It's Renaud, right? Or not Renaud, Blosbevy. It's fine. Looks like trinkets in this have more upside than downside, which is nice.
Take up the spades. This is nothing to trouble ourselves over.
Sure, I'd quite like it if you did left untouched. Great. Very cool. Super cool stuff, guys. Right, let's give it some matach. Purchases made. It only took one of them. It gave me 2 trinkets. That's pretty strong. We have no free slots for them. Oh, we do. Yeah, we have one from the man-at-arms. All right, sure. Blight resist doesn't seem super relevant, but it does let us take it home on the off chance Barristan survives. If he doesn't, then we couldn't have taken it with us anyway. Leftover pottery from a Kvarot's dynasty. Okay. All right. And we have a trap here. This is the trap. This is the trap. Okay, who's good at traps? 45, 75, 70, 60. No, not Barristan. Okay, perfect. Rough.
The panic divides us.
She's literally out here trying to sell indulgences. Great. More accuracy and speed. Plus 30% damage if Catacombs Tactician. Plus 9% crit if Catacombs Tactician. Which he is. Are the chances of him losing that buff halfway through the dungeon really that high that it needs to be accounted for in the buff tooltip? Maybe they are. I don't know. This is my second battle. Seems quite scary. So the hero chance to hit is terrible here, because even though this is clearly a tactical skill that doesn't do very much damage, it's not subject to the, or it is subject to the accuracy penalty on the prep round. Fine. Right. Very cool. Bellow seems very strong here. And we will just heal everyone, I think. No, do we want to expiate? I think we want to expiate this guy. Who's this guy? Levantine Rakshasa. All right. It's giving me Theseus from Hades vibes. Let's expiate some other people. Okay. Or we could not. Do you want to pull the archer forward? We can't do that either, so I think we leave it. Kind of Abyssal Artillery. Doesn't do a huge amount. I don't think we need the healing yet. Well, we know it can't use Rallying Horn from the front two ranks, so that might be reason enough to bring it forward. Do I want it to use Rallying Horn? Well, Rallying Horn inflicts stress by the looks of it, so we probably don't want it to use that. Oh, shit. $199. I'm gonna fuck that one up. And it moves us forward as well, and stuns it. Fantastic, great. It is expiated, but still. Oh no.
Act quickly. This life cannot be wasted.
Okay, that's not too terrible. Finding it so difficult to find time to do damage because I feel like I'm so behind on every fight. But this formation was called Better Safe Than Sorry, which means, you know, it's tanky and it's got some healing in it, but it is struggling to do anything that's not that's not just healing and defending. Yeah. Okay. Oh, fine. Yeah, we'll take that. That's pretty good.
Foes will fall.
Sure.
Terrible hit.
He's done. He's done. That's it. Bye.
Out like a candle in the rain.
Yep. No, not retreating just yet. I'm confident we'll win this fight. We'll see what happens after that. But I think I need to be more aggressive. I need to be kicking the shit out of them.
A dreadful hit.
I might leave. Oh no, I'm done, dude. I'm extremely fucking done. My goose is cooked, as they say. Fine.
You live on.
Great, thank you.
Knowing your
Okay.
limit is key to survival.
Yep. We gotta just go. We gotta just go. That was catastrophic.
Our time will come soon. Simply not today.
But we managed to take all this shit home, so that's okay. That's fine. And, yeah, it's alright. So fumbling, -8 accuracy is actually really bad. Second wind is quite strong. Archaeomania. Okay. And Negotiator. I don't know what the Rot Herring Company is, but I think we'll find out. Alright. Well, I'm going to head off. Yep.
This time.
I'm going to head off and spend a little while reminding myself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.